Okay, we're going to calculate interest or learn how to do it today. The underlying theme here is how much money can you save as a younger person rather than an older person. The more money you save at younger age, 20s, 30s, the better off you are when you get older. And you can see this in this person. And it's not a completely fair comparison because the person on the left did contribute about $4,000 more to retirement. But even if the person had put in 33 and 34, this value would be much less than that value. Um, so what you need to understand is when you get a job and you want to go out with your friends to lunch every day, that's money you could be putting away instead of bringing a bag lunch and spending $4 or $5 for your lunch. You're going to be spending $25. So food for thought. Okay, so interest is principal. In this case, it's the 5,000 of the $8,700, the amount of money you put away. Interest is what you get on it from the bank, and the bank is going to change. It's going to change on a regular basis, depending on the Federal Reserve, the economy, etc. And then the term is 1 year, whatever amount you're going to put in away. So if we go to the compound interest calculator, if you just type that into Google, as I have done, and let's go get some numbers here. But first you need to know you can calculate it annually. You can read these semi-annually, quarterly, monthly, or daily, 360 days because of the bank holidays. And you can see here on the right, you can put in the number of years or months. You can decide if you're going to do it monthly, quarterly, etc. So let's do a couple of these. Let's see if we can get this number, 8,700. Compounded annual interest rate is 3.25. Calculation period is, we're looking at here, annual, so 1 year. Regular deposit, no, and you're doing it yearly. Calculate it. We should have gotten 282.75. If I pull this over here, you can see it's 8982, which equals it. Let's do the third one. 325, we're doing it annually, calculate it, and 30143, it worked out just fine. Okay, and so these are just examples of calculators. Again, it's annually, semi-annually, quarterly, monthly, daily. But then you also want to do future value. So let's do that, and you just go to present value calculator because what you want to put in is the future value is 8,000 at 2%, and you're going to compound quarterly. What is that now? And it's 6,500 is what you're going to need if you want to have $8,000 in 10 years. Now we could increase it to $80,000 and compute it. So the $80,000, to get the $80,000 in 10 years, you'd need to start with an initial deposit of 65. So if you think back to the person who a few slides ago was getting money, the reason that person can end up with so much more is that it's compounding on a regular basis as opposed to the other person who just doesn't have that much time. Now, certificate deposit is you put money in the bank, and it's going to guarantee you a certain percentage over time. So CD calculator, I think I have it on the screen. Nope. Well, if you have $8,000 at 2%, and you can do it 2%, and you're going to do it annually, that's 12 months. What do you have? After 1 year, you would have made $160. It's not that much. Now, if we did it over, say, 5 years, then you're making that much. And of course, if you're not spending it, you can roll it over and make it go in much quicker. And so the only other thing on the slide is the APR is the cost the bank charges you to do not just the interest but their fees built in. So that's something that is not worked into these calculators. Okay, annual percentage yield. We just did this, is what you're going to make. If we had gone back there at 2% and we had done it for 12 months, you'd see it comes out to the 8. So now if you want to do it quarterly, you click on this and you do quarterly, and you can calculate, and you can see it's that amount. If we had put 8,000 in, if we want to put in another one of the amounts, let's say 1,325, and we're going to compound it daily, and you can see how much you're going to have, just $33 extra after the year. So these are things you have to think about, okay? And then you can do some calculations on your own, see if you can match these. And then you want to go back here and again calculate, test yourself, 2,500 annual rate. You go back to your compound interest calculator, go up, put the number in, compounded quarterly for 3 years. Okay? And you need to be able to get these amounts. And so you want to do that for those 3. Just stop the YouTube video. And then that would be what we have gone over in class.